American Pickers Frank Fritz relies on long-term nursing care after stroke as conservator demands access to his funds. Midwest-owned bank is Frank's conservator, as his close friend Chris Davis is his guardian. The U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal Midwest-owned bank is demanding Frank's finances be transferred to them, as the star will continue to need skilled and long-term nursing care. Court papers from the conservatorship case, obtained by the U.S. Sun, reveal Frank has cash assets and credit accounts at a separate bank. The conservator's initial plan, filed in November 2022, stated the assets would be transferred to Midwest-owned, as they could invest to start generating income to Frank. Since the approval of the plan, the conservator has repeatedly contacted the bank, seeking access to the protected party's funds, credit card statements, and income tax documents to no avail. The bank repeatedly failed to respond to the conservator and refused to provide access to Mr. Fritz's assets and documentation, and otherwise ignored the conservator's authority, the orders of this court, and the laws of the state of Iowa. The court documents continued. Frank continues to rely on long-term skilled nursing care, so it is imperative that his assets are properly managed and wisely invested to support his long-term needs. The protected party no longer has any need for consumer credit cards, and any accounts that remain open are susceptible to fraud, especially since the conservator is not allowed access to them to review charges. Midwest-owned bank requests. The court should issue an order compelling the bank to release all of Frank Fritz's funds to the conservator, close all of Frank Fritz's credit card accounts, provide the conservator with Frank Fritz's income tax documents for 2023, and change the mailing address for future income tax documents to the conservator's address. A hearing took place on July 19. The judge on the case ordered the bank to respond to the conservator and provide access to all bank accounts and credit cards held or controlled by Frank. The U.S. Sun broke the news that the conservatorship was filed in August 2022. Because of his stroke, Mr. Fritz's decision-making capacity is so impaired that he is unable to care for his own safety or to provide for necessities such as food, shelter, clothing, or medical care, without which physical injury or illness may occur. Documents obtained by the U.S. Sun read, Mr. Fritz's decision-making capacity is so impaired that he is unable to make, communicate, or carry out important decisions concerning his own financial affairs. Decisions must be made for Mr. Fritz's care and placement while he continues to recover and receive treatment for his injuries. Appointment of a guardian and conservator is necessary to avoid immediate harm to him. The guardian agreed to help Frank with his Crohn's disease treatment, as well as bring him to physical therapy and help him grocery shop, cook, and more. As for the conservator, Midwest-owned filed an initial plan that revealed Frank's monthly expenses. The amount of $28,292 is spent a month on expenses, and the majority of his budget totals $22,832 for in-home health care. His annual health care total is $273,984. Frank has been in and out of rehabilitation after he was released from the hospital in September 2022. Frank continues to improve daily. You're never 100% after a stroke, but he's fine. He's aware of what's going on, a friend of Frank's previously told the U.S. Sun. If he were sitting here right now, you could sit and talk to him. He's the same old Frank. Frank was wheelchair-bound after suffering the stroke. He can walk, but he's always going to need the wheelchair because he can't walk long distances, the pal shared. Basically, you lose motion. He lost motion. A stroke can affect your left or your right side. It affected his right side. Frank last appeared on American Pickers during a March 2020 episode. He took time off to recover from back surgery, leaving him with 185 stitches and 2 rods in his spine. During his time off the show, he entered rehab for alcohol addiction in Iowa for 77 days. Frank had a falling out with his longtime friend and co-star Mike Wolfe, but the two reconciled after his stroke. American Pickers now stars Mike, Robbie Wolfe, John Sully, and Danielle Colby. Frank Fritz, the beloved star of the hit reality show American Pickers has been facing an incredibly challenging period in his life. After suffering a stroke in July 2022, the renowned antique hunter and TV personality has been battling not only physical limitations, but also a complex legal situation that has left him in the care of medical professionals. As he continues to receive long-term nursing care, his financial affairs have become a focal point of controversy, with a conservator demanding access to his funds. This struggle is bringing to light the harsh realities of sudden health crisis, financial control, and the toll it takes on someone once so independent. Fritz, known for his distinctive voice and keen eye for rare antiques, had been a staple of American Pickers since its inception in 2010. Alongside his co-host Mike Wolfe, he crisscrossed the United States, uncovering treasures from forgotten barns, basements, and sheds. His wit, charm, and genuine enthusiasm for history made him a fan favorite. But in 2022, his life took an unexpected turn when he suffered a debilitating stroke. Though he has made some progress in his recovery, Frank's ability to return to the kind of life he once led, both physically and financially, remains uncertain. As the months passed, Frank's health struggles became more widely known, and it became clear that he would need extensive care to regain his strength. Family members and close friends rallied around him, ensuring he received the necessary medical attention. However, as the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, a new challenge arose: the matter of his finances. In early 2023, a conservator was appointed to manage Frank's financial affairs due to his inability to make decisions on his own. While the decision to put Fritz under conservatorship was not a shock, it has sparked a series of legal battles regarding his assets. The conservator, who is tasked with overseeing Frank's financial well-being, has now demanded access to his funds, which has caused turmoil within his inner circle. The demand for financial control over Fritz's life savings has stirred up questions about his autonomy, the ethics of conservatorships, and the broader implications of sudden health crises on celebrities. For a man who was once fiercely independent and driven by the thrill of the hunt for forgotten treasures, the idea of his financial life being in the hands of someone else must be difficult to accept. Frank's friends and fans have expressed concern over the situation, as they feel he deserves dignity and agency as he continues to recover. Some believe that the conservator's involvement is in Frank's best interest, ensuring his medical bills and other financial responsibilities are managed. Others, however, question the motivations behind the conservatorship and the true intentions of those involved in his care. As Frank relies on long-term nursing care, the demands placed upon him by the conservator seem to add a layer of complexity to his already stressful situation. The financial constraints imposed by the conservatorship may limit his ability to maintain the lifestyle he once enjoyed, including his passion for collecting rare and valuable antiques. Without access to his funds, Frank could be facing a future that is far different from the one he had envisioned. The situation also raises broader concerns about the vulnerability of celebrities and public figures who, due to their fame, may face exploitation when health issues arise. Many people are surprised to learn how quickly the legal and medical systems can swoop in and take control, especially when a person's mental and physical capacity to make decisions is compromised. The speed at which conservatorships are established often leaves little room for the individual's voice to be heard, and the process can quickly evolve into a power struggle over their legacy, wealth, and decision-making. What is clear is that Frank Fritz's road to recovery is far from simple. After years of searching for rare antiques across the country, the 59-year-old has been forced to take a step back from his beloved hobby, relying on the support of loved ones and healthcare professionals to guide him through a difficult recovery process. At times, it seems as though his entire life has been put on hold as legal and medical challenges overwhelm him. Family members, particularly Frank's brother, have been at the forefront of the fight to ensure his well-being, advocating for a balance between the necessary management of his finances and Frank's desire to live with dignity and independence. While Frank is under nursing care, his loved ones stress that they are still working to respect his wishes as much as possible, but they are also in the dark about how the legal proceedings will unfold. They fear that his fame and public image may be exploited by those who are less concerned with his recovery and more concerned with his wealth.